friends, welcome to Happy Place Crafting, crafting therapy for the soul. I hope you all are terrific. I'm doing just great. Today is day 8 of Do Your Prompt cards plus art plate equals a journal. And let's get to it because it's late in the day because I've been messing around all morning. All right, let's draw a color. Let's do 5. An action. An element, and a make. And let's see what we've got. Alrighty. Let's zoom us in so you can see and I can see. All right, the color is Harvest Wheat. Ooh, that's not so unlike a color that we just had. Why is there, it looks like there's somebody in the chat. That's weird because it's supposed to be private. The action is Trace, which is fabulous. That's easy. The element is Vellum. So that's really cool. Cool vellum. That might be tricky. And the make is a pull tab. A pull tab. We've had this make before. It's not the easiest one. Okay. Let's see. Why do we have somebody in chat? Hold on a minute. Let me check and make sure that this is private. Because nobody should be in here. And if there is somebody, they shouldn't be. Okay. Oh, it went away. Okay. It must have been an old thing or a glitch or something. Who knows? Okay, let's see. Harvest Wheat. A pull tab. Trace and vellum. Alright, let's grab some vellum. Where's that vellum? I've got more vellum than this if we need more, but Harvest Wheat. What if we used some of this Tsunami Rose? Like, this reminds me of the color of wheat. So let's just go with that. Let's just go with that. Be easy enough. Okay. So we've got that. We've got vellum. Trace, that should be easy. And a pull tab. We need a pull tab. Let's see. Let's put this on here. I have had a busy day. I've been trying to... I created a new Canva because I'm going to get rid of one thing and move over to another. But in order to do that, I had all my... everything that I've done that's in Canva and all the pictures I've saved and everything, I needed to move them all into another account. So I have been doing that all day because I thought it would be easy and I would just be able to share it, but no, I couldn't do that. Of course it couldn't be that easy. So I had to mess around with that, and I just finished. I've been literally doing it all day. I listened to Pam this morning, then I listened to Casey, and I listened to Desiree, and I watched an interview from Hazel. Oh, and I watched Diane. So I've been listening to a lot of people today. And not, I'm Diane from Pretty Pink Cottage. Let's see what she was selling, some books. But so I listened to her with those. Come on. All right. We've got our color. Vellum, and we need to pull out a pull tab. Harvest wheat. We need something to pull. A pull tab. What do we want to do? What if we... You know what? I've been wanting to do these, so let's just do them. What if we used one of these? See, I bought these because Di said that she was going to show us how to make these 3D windows, but I have not seen her do that, so I'm going to try to figure it out on my own. How's that? And then maybe we'll make a pull tab from something from that, and we'll stick the vellum over one of the windows or something. I don't know. Let's try to figure it out. See my cereal bag envelope? So easy. I have tons of them now. Alright, so I have these. I printed these off. They're all three the same. Let's grab an X-Acto knife. That one. Where's the other one? Got that one. Okay. So let's see. I feel like I want this to open. So maybe let's trace this down here. Okay. Crossed here. All right. Did that do that? Hello. Come on now. Okay. There we go with that. Let's... Well, how do I know? I want it to be like... There we go. So that will open. Alright, there's that. Okay, so I think that will be the bottom one. And then this should be one here. Ta-da! Yeah, because she had like moss and all kinds of stuff. And I think I have it in my cart to order, but I never did order it. To there. To there. All right. So that's that. Then I wonder why we needed 3. Okay, wait, so that's that. Then maybe if we did this part here. I think I know why we needed it now. Okay. It's kind of coming, it's coming together in my head a little bit. Yeah, so far I've watched, I think 4 of Hazel's interviews. I watched Juju. That's how I met her. I figured, well, I didn't meet her, but that's how I found her channel, was because Dawn had told me that, Dawn, the Crafty Visage, had told me that Mama Juju had done an interview with Hazel, and had I seen it, and I said no, so I went and watched it, and it was super good. So, okay, so this is going to go up on top of that, then that is going to go on top of that, like that. So it'll give it like a 3D look. Wait, we need some humpers. We need some humpers. We can get an idea of what this is gonna look like. All right. Oh, are these gonna be wide enough? Yeah. Just barely. I think I'm gonna have to put some in half. I need some skinnier ones. Let's do a line of skinnier ones. There we go. That'll give us a line. All right. It's only this one that it's going to really matter. 1, 2. I probably have puppy tape somewhere around here. But I really don't use these very much anymore. So I'm not exactly sure where it would be. Anyways, Hazel is an excellent interviewer. And I really learned a lot. And the funny thing is like, okay, I knew Mama Juju. She did a great interview with her. Then I watched Caroline, and I was like, wait, I know her because I know Kim Newberg, and Caroline and Kim have a collab together for hold on, let me think real quick. I gotta make sure this is the right way. Okay, it goes that way. For a Facebook group where they give away freebies. So I knew, and I didn't know anything about her channel really. So I got to find out a lot about her. And then I feel like I watched somebody else, but I can't remember. Oh, I did. I watched another lady that was really sweet that she did. And then today I watched her do an interview with the New England somebody. She looked like a she was 18, but she said she was 40, but oh, that doesn't look like she's 40. She looks so young. It made me feel old. I was like, gosh, did I look that young when I was 40? I don't think I did. But anyways, she was really sweet. She was the one, actually, that, hold on, I gotta concentrate real quick so I get this on here straight. Okay. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did, right? And then it's gonna go here. Right. Okay. But anyways, Hazel was talking on her channel about somebody that had done clusters of stamps, and I thought, what a genius idea. I have all these stamps. I have 2 boxes of stamps, and I don't feel like I use them the way I should, and I probably would use them more if they were in clusters. So yesterday, all day long, I went through and separated them, my stamps, into categories, because I thought, well, should I do them by color or category? And I figured category, I would probably use them more, so I did separate them by category. Plus most of mine were kind of those kind of stamps. So so I got that done, and I made a ton of clusters, a ton. And I did some for holidays, like I did some Christmas ones, and you know, some 4th of July ones, some Valentine's Day ones, because a lot of the stamps that I had were faux stamps, and I mean, I would say like 99.9% of them were that I'd cut out of the magazine the post office sends. I've gotten a couple of those, and so I've cut them out of there, and you know, just other places I find them. So, and I've made some. I made some on my channel, some faux stamps. They're kind of fun to make. And some magazines, like craft magazines, like the older craft magazines, they have, you know, like square little pictures or little rectangular pictures, and you can use those and make them into stamps. So, okay, now this is really 3D. What do we think about that? Kind of liking it. We need to definitely ink this up. Let me grab the ink. I think I would just keep this sitting here. I'm always having to. Okay. And then let's ink this. There we go. Maybe ink some of that in these corners. So they're not so bright white. We'll ink the sides there. We'll ink those sides. But yeah, I fell asleep last night watching Mama Juju, and then I woke up to Pam this morning. I was like, and then Pam wasn't doing Christmas, so that threw me. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? You could actually probably do another window with just this part. You could even pop it out like that instead of, so like this isn't a waste either. You could pop it out, or you could cut this out and pop it in. Okay, So we've got that. Let's get rid of all these little things. They're going to drive me crazy. All right. We've got that. Now, we could put this in the back. What if we embossed this? Let's emboss this piece. Let me grab. Yikes. This thing is so heavy. Alrighty, let me grab emboss. Alright, I'm thinking something. I'm thinking my favorite one. I'll just set that on the floor. And run it through. Let's see how we got here. Yeah, I like that. Makes it look kind of frosted, right? Okie doke. Okay, we'll put that back there. All right. Yeah, like that. I'm thinking we should use tape. And should be okay. Let's put tape on this side. Ta-da, ta-da. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay. It's been so quiet around my house today. Everybody's busy with homework. It's a Sunday. They're all busy getting ready for school tomorrow. I guess Sophie wants to watch the VMAs tonight, so I guess we'll be doing that. Although it makes me feel so old to watch those because I don't know who half the people on there are. There was a day when I knew who all of them were, but not anymore. Okay. Let's do it right there. Alrighty. It's kind of cool. Alright. So we've got Harvest Wheat. We've got vellum. We need trace and pull tab. What if we pull this? Let me think. Let me think. What if it came from, what if we pulled something down instead of out? Pulled it like, or we could pull something. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Because I love this. This turned out so cool. Do I want it to pull out or do I want it to pull up? This is the $20 million question. And we need like a little latch right there. Some kind of little latch. What should we use? What do I have? Anything interesting that's not too large? That's the problem. Everything's going to be so big compared to this. No. It's too large. Could we put it through there? No, I think it needs to go through there. But that's not going to keep it all the way shut. Hold on a second. Let's stick one of these through there. This already has a hole in it. I can just finish poking the hole through. There we go. Okay. There we go. That will hold it closed. All right. That works. Move it out of the way, and it'll open up. We move that. Okay. All right, so that keeps that closed. Now we just need to figure out the pull tab. I think it would be kind of cool to have like somebody looking out the window. This is kind of creepy. Okay, let's have somebody looking out the window. Who should it be? Should it be her? Or it could be her. Let's see which one would look better. Which one would be able to see more? Oh, either way, it's just going to be kind of a silhouette. That, or do we want it to be that? I think it's going to be the black one. So I think if we put her behind here, let's see. Okay. But if we put the card in front of her, you wouldn't be able to see her until you pulled the card out, right? Let's try that. Okay. Well, it could come out the top. It could make it come out the top. Alright, let's cover it in something. Let's cover it in an old document. Some kind of something, I don't know. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, look, there's a letter. Let's cover this in that. Okay. Oh my gosh, if you guys didn't watch Tracy and Dawn the other day, Tracy is not afraid of color. She has Dawn on her channel on Fridays. Anyways, Tracy made the coolest door. And like it had these parts that opened and you had a skull and you moved it, and my channel comes on after theirs. But I was like, I had to go back after my channel to watch the end to see how she ended up putting the door together, because it was so cool. It was really neat. I really thought that was a neat idea. She does some cool stuff. They both do, actually. They do some really cool things. Okay. Got that. Let's, okay. I think that needs to go there. use tape. So squishy because it's got all those humpers on there, as Bill would call them, from Mindless Crafting. All right, that's right. Ooh, my dog's in here. I can smell his stinky breath. He's such a stinky old man. He's getting so old. Okay. Oh, wait, I need to put her down before we do that. Ooh. Shoot. She needs to move down just a little bit more. Let's glue her down. Glue her down good, because I don't want anything getting caught on her. Okay. Alright, that fits in there, like that. And let's put a tab on here. I think I like that. That box smells so old. Every time I open it, it smells ancient. It doesn't bother me. I don't mind things that smell old, so. I don't mind it at all. Okay. We've got the back of this. For somebody to write on. Okay. Now, some people could say this is just a pocket, and I would totally, that's totally legit. I get it. It is a pocket. However, it's a pocket that when you pull it, it reveals something. So I think pull tab is good enough. Vellum, Harvard, oh, we didn't use trace. 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 Let's grab a stencil. Let's grab one of these floral ones and we'll trace a flower on the... Let's trace this one. Trace that on there. grab a pen. All right. Let's trace this. I don't know how this is gonna look, but hopefully it'll be okay. We might have to fill some of these parts in, I have a feeling, but that's okay. We can do that. I don't mind tracing, actually. I don't. Okay. Work this down. I actually really love stencils, so they're so versatile, right? You can do so many things with them. You can use paint with them. Like, I think they're a wonderful investment. I like things that you can use for more than one purpose and that you can use over and over again, right? It's not a one and done type deal. All right, we just got this side here to do. Ta-da. All right, that should be it. That should be it for Pitt. Let's color this part in. Let's attach that. Color that in. And that. Color the leaves in. This weekend went so fast. I made chili yesterday. It was so good. We haven't had chili in forever. Not since winter. We don't have chili during the summer. I don't really feel like it's a summer thing. It's like a fall, winter thing for us. And I make sweet chili. I don't make hot chili, so I put a whole cup of sugar in my chili, white sugar, to sweeten it up. And it works. It burns off a lot of it while you're cooking it, but it does sweeten things up. I still need to call my grandbabies today. It's Sunday. I always call them on Sundays. Although on the weekends they've been really busy. Maybe I'll message my daughter first and see what they're up to. I call them. It's hard to talk when they're busy. I didn't get to talk to him last Sunday, but they called me since I didn't get to call them, which was nice because I usually call them. All right, what do we think? I think I like it. I think it's pretty cool, actually. Does that all make sense? It makes sense. Let's connect that. Yep, I think it makes sense. All right, so we've got Trace. Uh-oh. What happened? It doesn't want to go in. Why not? What is going on? Is it that lady? I think it is. I think it's the lady. Alright, so look, we open the door. You see the flowers, the pretty flowers. Woohoo, yay! Then you pull this out, and you open the door, and you see the creepy lady. And then you stick this back in here, if you can. That's not it. What is getting caught right there? It's something over here that's getting caught. Alright. Yep, it's right there. It's gotta be her head. It's gotta be her head. Because if I pull it right there, it doesn't get caught. But if I pull it above her head, it gets caught. Okay. We've got that. Something needs to be here. Like, I don't know. Some vines or something. Let's see what we've got. Do we have any like vines that we can like? Do we have vines on this? Flowers. No. That might work. Oh, wait, maybe these. That or that. One of these three should work. Let's see. I kind of like that. That wouldn't be bad. Or we could do these. Maybe we should do this one. Make it look like, oops. Make it look like it's got vines crawling up there. I don't know about this color green. Grab a blending brush. I think this will be alright. Let's do there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. There we go. Let's see. We can get this there, and it's coming up there. What do we think? I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I tried so hard. I can't rise above it. Should we put vine coming up this way? I know I don't have moss like Diane had to make mine all fancy, but we'll give it some fake evergreen, see how that does. Come on. There we go. Gotta get that back in there again. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Gotta get back in. Alright, let's get that off of there. Alright, do we want some flowers? Or do we think that's good enough? I don't know what flowers I would use. I'm trying to think. It's got like little pinkish roses type kind of floral. I wondered if those vines would be growing on the outside. What is going on with this? Oh, duh! I put it on the inside so that I didn't have to do that all the time. And here I am spending an hour trying to get it out of there. This is the story of my life, folks. Story of my life. Alright, let's find some flowers. then we'll be done. That's the bottom of her. I'm gonna clean up as I go. Pink, pink. Sorry, I think I had a microphone. Those are too big. I don't know about this. Oops. I wonder if I have like a pink. I just thought of something. Hold the door. I bet I've got a pink. I bet I've got a blip, blip, blip. I bet I have a stamp. That's a flower. That's a tiny little flower. It's a snowflake. Let's try this tiny little flower. I had these on, but it like came off. I thought I had these glued on here. Let me grab the pink. Let's see which way we want to. Which color we want to use. Do we want to use, oops, this pink, whoops. I think this might be okay if we don't do, oh shoot, oh, this is why I don't like this one. Dang nabbit. What do we think? I think it's pretty. I like the way it turned out. I like it a lot. I like it. I love it. Got pink ink all over this. That's why I wanted them on them little stamper things, so that I wouldn't have pink ink everywhere. But no, doesn't work out like that. Alright, let's see if we've got everything. Let's zoom you in. Let's zoom it up. Alrighty. Harvest Wheat. Background color. Perfectly Harvest Wheat. Vellum. We've got vellum in the door here. Trace. We traced the flowers on the tag here. And pull tab. You pull this out and it reveals the woman behind the window. Woohoo! All right. Pretty cool, I think. What do you think? I think it turned out really cool. All right. I'm mad that I got those marks on there, but oh well. It's homemade. It's handmade. There's gonna be some some issues with it. Oh, and I've got some there too. Do I have some on my hands? No. All right. That's it, Fort Pitt. This turned out pretty cool, actually. I really like it. Oh, we didn't put the... Let's write these on the back real quick. The action was trace. What's going on with our pen? There we go. The element was vellum. The color is Harvest Wheat. And the make is a pull tab. Alrighty. Dunzanino. Fabulous. Let's get that back in here. I thought I figured out the trick. Yeah, you had to lean it in a little bit first. Okay. Alright. That's it. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Can't wait to see what you create. Make sure you share your creations with Dear Prompt HPC. That's a hashtag, Dear Prompt HPC. Please don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you want. I love to chat with you, and I try to return all the comments as soon as I can. And I will see you next time. Remember that crafting is cheaper than therapy, and we get to make really cool friends and really cool things. Catch you later. Ta-ta.